What should I look for in an employer? Welcome to the Career Disruption channel. My name is Ade McCormack. My focus is on helping organisations and societies adapt to disruption. I have created this channel to help you thrive professionally in these uncertain times. Looking back to when I started out professionally, my primary focus was on getting paid. So when I secured my first post-university professional role for a princely pre-tax annual salary of £6,000, I was delighted. It didn't matter to me that the company's focus on naval command and control systems didn't align with my personal brand values, as I didn't even know what a brand was back then. Of course, many people live on or below the poverty line, and so brand values will not be the top of their criteria either. However, today people aspiring to enter the professional ranks or who are looking to change employer will likely be more conscious of employer brand. Employers are a personal brand extension, like your choice of designer apparel. To work for a company known for clubbing baby seals, labour exploitation, or ensuring future adults will have type 2 diabetes makes for some difficult conversations online and off. You might also consider what the prospective employer's attitude is to people. Do they consider people as merely organic and replaceable cogs in their industrial machine? Join us as a consultant. We will drain the life force from you before we inform you that you will not be making partner. When visiting their offices, do people look fearful or frazzled? Is this a place where your skills will be valued, or is it a high-pressure boiler room that requires you to sell your soul as you spend all day convincing hard-of-hearing senior citizens to reinvest their pension in penny stocks? A quick way to establish whether your employer sees people as more than just cogs in the machine is to establish whether the head of HR is actually in the top team. If not, then they are essentially part of procurement and you are just another piece of stationery. Another aspect to look out for is whether the organisation is trapped in the past. To what extent are they making use of the latest technologies? To what extent are they turning data into value? If their Chief Information Officer is not in the top team, this is also a definite avoid signal. Today's prestigious brands are often tomorrow's cautionary case studies, so don't be seduced by their talent acquisition tricks. You might save yourself a lot of time by establishing at the outset who is the head of employee experience. If their representative laughs or asks you what that is, then politely bring the call to a close. People of a nervous disposition will rush to the established FTSE 100/Fortune 500 brands. These brands are coveted by your parents, not least because by working for a big name, you'd be arming your parents with a socially resonant weapon they can use to dominate dinner parties. In many respects, such brands are just as at risk as alternative startup options. Unlike the startups, the big players are unlikely to fail, but that doesn't mean that they will not lay off thousands of people if the market turns against them. Either way, whether a company fails or downsizes, the risk is that you will end up back on the street. The bottom line is that big firms are more risky from an employment option than you might think. Finally, as a human, it is natural to be curious and creative. Establish what is the likelihood that you'll be able to apply your brain power to solving interesting challenges, rather than just turning the handle on some day-in, day-out process. There are other factors to consider, but I believe these will help you filter out the duds. Be ready and stay safe. If you want the inside track on staying professionally relevant, then please click on the subscribe button. Use the comments section to let me know what you would like covered in future episodes. Check out my Career Playbook online education program in the link below. And finally, if you liked this video, then you know what needs to be done.